Okay, so I remember I needed to cut her some type of a cone head up to the second and below the third, up to the second and below the third. All right, so I got my form ready. However, I want this to stick, so I'm gonna prep her like I would in the salon. I'm going to gently push back her cuticle. She really doesn't have anything hairy scary going on. I'm not gonna go into the electric file too much because that's not why I'm here, but using a qualified professional diamond bit is where you should choose to go. Buy your bits from the electric file company that you go to. Something about RPMs, that is rotations per minute. So when you see anything about electric file, it's gonna say 10,000 RPMs, 15, 18, whatever. Your electric file will be different through the company. Mine goes up to top speed of 30. So working on the natural nail plate, you wanna cut it in half. So half of 30 is 15. If your electric file says 40, 20, get it? Okay, so I'm gonna start her at 15,000. I am right-handed, so I'm gonna go in forward. I am going to lightly take across the lateral folds, slightly push back. The diamond bits, if they're good ones, will slightly exfoliate the cuticle. Now, nippers are when you need them, not when you want them. When you use nippers too much, you're creating small cuts that might seem to disappear in that minute, but they will grow back all wonky. That is the amount that I use the electric file. I know, it's crazy. Can you hand me her koala file that I was using? Thank you so much. So I am using a 240 grit file on her natural nail because that's safe. Now, I am going with the direction of the nail plate because our nails grow straight and the product wants to go with the nail. So we want to do it straight. This is not right, bluntly. So that is what I'm looking for. If you got anything more than that, you're gonna damage the natural nail, and that is not why we are licensed. You can take a spoolie, and Callie, you can't use nylon brushes or something. Someone told me that. So you can buy a pack of these and be good. Now, am I gonna trim that cuticle? No, because we're supposed to have them. They actually keep our eponychium from getting bacterial infection. So she's supposed to be there. Next, I'm going into Scrub Fresh, and I am not doing this. That is not enough. That is half, you know. So push and press. The name says Scrub Fresh, so do it. Okay? I put my fingers under her because I can feel the pressure without her feeling like she doesn't have cushion or needs to go forward or anything. Always go underneath the extension edge because even though I had her wash her hands before she came to the salon in my room, I don't know. You guys see that evaporate? Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Okay, set aside. Now, she needs power. Okay. I have already pre-tailored my form. I'm going to hold number 2s, right? Because sometimes things are wobbly. I'm gonna match up number 3 as best as I can. What am I gonna do next? Come on.
Push.
Push. Pinch.
Pinch.
Yes, same thing. Push, pinch. I knew exactly what you meant. So, I didn't do the other side. Boop. Open sesame. Boop. All right, so let's go. Go ahead and relax. Perfect. Okay, so I am going to what's the first product that I use for Plexigel? Bonder. So Bonder is gonna go on first, always. I am going up to the cuticle, but not on it. I am not applying it thick to make it adhere more. That's nonsense. I'm going to ask her to go into my Easy Bake Oven, pretty please, with all 5 fingers. And I'm gonna press button number 1. Absolutely. 10 seconds, yes ma'am. I am going to shut my bottle because when you don't, things spill. Okay, 10 seconds is already done. So freaking fast. Now, this is how I apply the shaper. I am going to take it out of the bottle and drain half of the neck. I am not pumping any product because if I pump in and out, what happens? Air creates bubbles. You're perfect. That's exactly it. Okay, so I am going to apply to the natural nail up to the cuticle, but not on it. Oh shit. This happened again. I am going to finish her nail plate. Now, what about her shape? I'm going back in the bottle to get a little bit more, and I am going to roll and release the product to the length that she wants. Now, with shaper, remember it is short to short and a halfness. Nothing longer. And if the room's warm or they're warm or you're warm, the product's gonna move. So go ahead and go in there. I'm gonna do it for 10 seconds just to see if she has a reaction. If it's uncomfortable, totally tell me. Her eyes did on its own.
Yeah.
What about if she won't square?
You just make it square. You just paint it. So I'm just gonna give her a little baby almond. Go ahead and stay in there. So that 10-second first cure for a new client, you're gonna see how their reaction is. That's gonna help the burn not be so intense if we went straight into 2B. I've never done her nail before, never met her. So being cautious, yes. So you wanna talk with them. So now I know when I apply to the other hand, other fingers, yeah, you might need to go a little bit lighter. And I apologize.
It's okay.
She's like, wow. So that is a 1-minute cure.
Where do you want these?
Oh, thanks, baby. You just throw it in there. I don't know where anything's gonna go. Thank you so much. Go ahead and come out. Now, same thing, I've went in my bottle and I am going to focus on the apex, the spine. I'm starting in zone 1 and going back to zone 3. I can tell I have too much product on my brush, so there's no rules, you can't put it back in. What do you notice I'm doing with my brush? Pulling, I'm moving, I'm not touching too hard, I'm guiding. Now I don't put the product right at the cuticle for a specific reason. It's not supposed to be thick. If you apply it right there, you're gonna end up filing it off, which means more time and a waste of product. Go ahead and go in there. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do the 10 seconds again because she already showed me with her eyeballs last time. It was a little bit. Is it a little bit better this time?
I mean, yeah.
No, you're totally fine.
Like...
No, I got you. I read you. Then she said it was good, so I'm going in for that full cure. This is the second layer. I will put another one, but after that, I'm gonna take the form off and start filing. The more product you put on, when you think you need to, don't. Do the steps. This third layer, I'm gonna put to just fill in some vibe. I don't know what I wanna say. Fill it in a little bit. But after that, you're gonna take it out and file it. If there needs to be areas where you need to reapply, you can. But I find if you keep adding, you really don't need it. Plexigel is expensive for a reason. It's because it works. So don't waste it. So when I did the first layer, I put it on the nail plate, and then I got another little bead and I created the shape and the length of the extension I wanted. I didn't focus on the apex. Now, the second layer, which I did prior, I put it on the spine, the vertebrae, and floated everything around it, cured it. This is my last layer, and I am just basically, we're gonna be super low at the end of this. I am basically just painting it on and looking and noticing if there's anything I need to pay attention to. And honestly, right here, I do. But I will shape that and perfect it. But I'm good, because I can see that I'm gonna be able to fix anything with a file. While she's curing, will it stop the video if I go back to the, yeah.